Wait. Like, what were you doing?
Playing game, of course. Now we are at Simtech, enjoying ourselves. The best game house in town.
Okay, guys. You're welcome to Some Sports, and my name is Sase P. And like he said, we're at Simtech Stadium, the house of virtual games, where you can play all sort of games, PlayStation 4, and the very best of all virtual games, right here in Kubwa, Abuja. Okay, but the only issue I have now is Evals holding the game pad. I don't understand. What are you doing?
What will I be doing with the gamepad?
Well, it's obvious that you're not playing the game because behind us, the computers are controlling it. You're not playing anything here.
I was playing this game before you came, so I decided to just let the game run. So please, come on now.
So what team are you using?
Barcelona now, you know that.
Barcelona. Why didn't you use Arsenal?
Well, this is the Champions League. Arsenal, we don't play Champions League for now, so let's concentrate with Champions League.
Like you'll ever be in the Champions League. Okay, guys. All right, now let's leave that aside and let's go down to the serious business. My name is Sase P, and this is Evalsam, the hater, as usual. You're welcome, bro.
Thanks, good to be here once again.
Yeah, good to have you here sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go down to the business. Like I said, we'll be talking about the reviews of sporting activities that happened over the weekend. You know, we saw lots and lots of sporting activities, you know, in different aspects, but let's focus on football. Yes, and we'll start in the English Premier League, where we saw Manchester City losing at home to Leeds United, to a 10-man Leeds United. I mean, I am surprised.
Nobody saw that coming. I think Manchester City are a little bit distracted because they are competing for 4 different trophies. And so when you are in those kind of competitions, sometimes you have to rotate and all that.
I still don't understand why they'll be distracted. I mean, these guys, they have like 3 players for each position. So the squad depth is massive.
Yeah, the squad depth is massive, like you say. But sometimes when you rest some of your key players, it reduces the rhythm or something like that, you know. So somehow you just find out that you don't flow, you don't play at the highest level like you're supposed. In that team, a player like Kevin De Bruyne doesn't have a replacement. So
well, I remember when he was out injured and they still, destroyed teams. Okay, let's forget about Manchester City and let's go down to the next one. Still on that same Saturday, we saw Chelsea beat Crystal Palace by 4-1.
Yes, Chelsea were just too good for Crystal Palace. Within 15 minutes, they were 2 goals up, and at the end of the day, it was just a dominant performance from Thomas Tuchel's side. Player Christian Pulisic is scoring a goal that is just exactly the kind of goal he scored against Crystal Palace. Some months ago. You know, I don't know how that happened. That's a deja vu moment for me.
Okay, deja vu moment. Now, do you think with this form Chelsea have, they can triumph in the Champions League?
You never can tell. The Champions League is still very open. We have some very good teams there, but this is football we are talking about. And when a new manager takes over a team like that, sometimes it comes with this extra ginger from the players. Everybody wants to impress. So that alone can spur Chelsea to victory. I hope not.
You hope not. I told you this guy is a hater. Chelsea fans, go after him. Feel free, okay? Just like the way United fans went after him the other time. Okay, now let's leave that. Let's go down to Liverpool versus Aston Villa. You know, Liverpool have been struggling, especially at Anfield, since the start of the year. Yeah. But surprisingly, they defeated an informed Aston Villa side by 2-1. And we saw goals from Salah and Trent. Now, Arnold is the talking point right here. He has been heavily criticized, especially by his national team manager, Gareth Southgate. And a lot of people have said he doesn't know how to defend. The only thing he knows how to do is just to whip it in, crossing the ball, and that's the only thing he knows how to do. But the lad scored a fantastic goal from the left-hand side of the pitch. You know, beautiful goal. Just like when you play your game, you say R2. You understand that kind of goal. And he scored that goal. And after the match, he tweeted and he said, "Are you not entertained?"
Well, that was what he tweeted. I don't know who he was referring to. If he was talking about the fans or if that message was for his national team manager, I don't know. Like we all know, Arnold is a fantastic right back, but he has little problem defending. So it's not something we don't know. It's something everybody knows. I mean, his manager that has been defending him can live in denial, but to some extent, we all know that Arnold struggled a little bit. We saw him in the Champions League against Vinicius.
Now, okay, I think this would be another discussion for another day, but I really don't think it's that compulsory for a fullback, for every fullback to be so defensive. I mean, we've seen in time past the likes of Dani Alves, they succeeded. Roberto Carlos, they were not too solid defensively, but offensively they did their bit. So I think in this case, the whole team should be good defensively. Not just putting the blame on the young star.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is putting the blame on him. But as a manager, you know what you want. You want a right back that is probably above average defensively, and when going forward.
Okay, now let's leave that for now. Let's go to the next one. Now, on Sunday, we saw in the Premier League still the matchup between Arsenal versus, I wouldn't say a depleted Sheffield United, but they have been like the poorest team so far this season. And Arsenal defeated them by 3-0. Now, some will call that a professional win. What do you have to say about that?
I don't know if it's a professional win, but I think it's a Premier League win and it's 3 points, and that's very important. Let's not just look at Sheffield United and say because they're a depleted team. That was the team that beats Manchester United as well. So this is football. Anything can happen. For that particular day, Arsenal, they were excellent. So let's give credit to who that credit is due. Alexander Lacazette was outstanding in that game. Scored some sublime goals.
Also scoring his 50th Premier League goal. Some will say he should have netted that a long time ago, but still fair play to him. I mean, only being the fourth French player for Arsenal to score 50 goals. So credit to him. All right, let's go down to the next one, which is the game between Tottenham and Manchester United.
Yeah, Tottenham Manchester United was a very huge game. Once again, Mourinho losing against his former club, and I don't know if I should call him a bitter loser. I don't want to say anything about Mourinho before I get into trouble.
Okay, well, that's one for the banters. Now, let's go into something fantastic Mourinho said after the game. Mind you, they lost to Man United by 3-1. And after the game, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was really furious at Son's dive. According to him, he said that was like, an overreaction. And if Son was his child, he wouldn't have fed him that night. And Mourinho took that personally, and he said, as a father, you can go the extreme and even steal for your child to eat. Now, do you see any controversy in that?
Well, like I said earlier, I didn't want to say anything about Mourinho, but let me just quickly chip in. I'm not a father yet, but I'll be a father someday. And I know that as a father, you can go to any extent to feed your children. But I don't think it's wise to publicly just mention the word stealing, because it's like you're justifying stealing. But the point Mourinho was trying to make is that as a father, you've got to do everything for your children.
Well, that's that time for England. Let's leave that for now. Let's go down to the Spanish La Liga, where we saw the El Clasico. It was a stormy one because in the second half of that game, we saw a serious storm. And Lionel Messi was also shivering. I think he had to even swap, change his shirts and all. But to end the story, we saw Real Madrid defeat Barcelona by 2-1, and to set them at an advantage position in the race for La Liga, because we have seen Atletico Madrid, in the words of Handy, running away from the title. Okay, so that Clasico was fantastic. Real Madrid won 2-1. Can they win this league?
It's possible. I mean, like Andy said some weeks ago, Real Madrid gets very, very, very strong at this stage. Their mentality always speaks for them. A Clasico was another huge football match. You would expect two teams coming out all smoking, and it was indeed a very fantastic game. This is 6 or 7 games now without an El Clasico goal for Lionel Messi.
You had to go there. You just had
to say it because I had to say it because this is not what you would expect from one of the greatest of all time. But his performance generally was good. We're just talking about him not scoring. But taking that aside, I think the person who needs to get all the credit that he duly deserves is Zinedine Zidane. We have not really talked about him as a tactical coach, but of recent he's been showing reasons why he has won 3 Champions League trophies.
So you think Zidane has been underrated, right?
Yeah, to some extent, I think he's underrated. People have been talking about one of the reasons he won the Champions League, Ronaldo and all that. But Real Madrid have been doing well without Ronaldo. They won the league without Ronaldo. They are still in the Champions League. I mean, they outclassed Liverpool a few days ago in the Champions League without Ronaldo. El Clasico, still winning home and away without Ronaldo. That's not an easy feat, if you ask me.
Now, away from that side of Madrid, and let's go to the flip side. In Madrid, Atletico Madrid, what is happening to Diego Simeone?
It's difficult to tell. When you have two giants like Real Madrid and Barcelona chasing you, sometimes you could miss your way. I mean, yesterday they started very well. We're expecting them to win within 4 or 5 minutes. They had their first goal, and we're all like, "Woo!" Atletico Madrid were all over the place. But within 20-something minutes or thereabout, Christian Taylor equalized for Real Betis, and everything changed. And we are back again talking about a 3-horse race. It's very, very, very interesting. I think for a neutral, this is what you want to see. 3 teams battling for the league.
But you know, I really think Atletico Madrid are putting in every effort not to win this title, because I mean they were like 10 points clear.
We will continue to quote what Andy said some weeks ago, that before now they were running away with the league, but right now they are running away from the league. I don't know. Atletico Madrid, sort yourself out.
In the words of the great philosopher Andy Socrates. Okay, now let's leave that and let's go down to Italian Serie A, where Antonio Conte seems to be running away with the Italian Serie A.
This is 14 games winning streak, 11 points ahead of second place. Antonio Conte is the man. He's about to do it for Inter Milan. He did it some years ago for Juventus, won the league for them back to back and all that. He's back in Italy with Inter Milan, and he is about to win the league. And kudos to one of his soldiers, Romelu Lukaku.
Okay.
I mean, Bolino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Lukaku was heavily criticized during his time at Manchester United, at Chelsea, and even in short in England overall. But we are beginning to see a new side to Lukaku. It's not just a goal scorer. It's more like a playmaker, because he has provided lots of assists and also created clear-cut chances. Now, do you think Lukaku is underrated, or he gets the credit he deserves?
I think he's also underrated. His number speaks for himself. Lukaku is not up to 30, but he has huge number both for club and country. And let me use this opportunity. I know if I say that, they will say I'm attacking Manchester United. But I don't know what's happening. It's like if you leave Manchester United and go to Italy, you start playing well. Alexis Sanchez comes to mind, Ashley Young comes to mind, and now we're talking about Lukaku once again. It's the banter, sorry.
Okay. So do we see Bruno Fernandes leaving Manchester United for maybe AS Roma next season?
It's possible. He can go there and score 15 penalties.
Okay, now they were after you last week and they'll still be after you this week. All right. Juventus. You know, at the start of the season, I thought Pirlo would just kick it off, but it seems to be having a snail pace this time.
Yeah, Pirlo is a young coach. This is his first stint as a manager. He has never had an opportunity to manage even the under-23 team. So some of the things that Juventus are going through are things personally I expected. I know there are times where you will have to battle against some of the big players in the team. I know the big players can be helpful, but there are times where they want to do their own thing, even when the manager is giving them instructions. So it's been a rough patch for Pirlo, but I hope he stays, because next season we want to see the best of Pirlo.
Well, we really want to see such a great player turn into a great manager, even if that hasn't been the case. But yes, we have person like Zinedine Zidane as an exception. Okay, now what's the scoreline right here? Still goalless. Okay. Yeah, guys, in case you don't know, we are right here at Simtech Stadium, your home for all virtual games. Yes, and it's right here in Kubwa, Abuja. Okay, so whenever you want to catch some fun, just come around or follow the link right there on the screen and also in our bio. Okay, yeah, my name is Sase P, and I've had Evals the Hater with me. You're welcome.
Yours truly will always be here.
And he actually doesn't know how to play. Don't be deceived by this, okay? Yeah. And Handy, wherever you are, congratulations. You're the champion of the Kings League competition. Yes, our very own Andy is the champion. Okay, but don't worry, next time I'll be the champion, because I'm going to whoop you. I said that. Peace out.